Hey guys, it's Bobby here. I wanted to show you my new favorite kitchen toy, and it is called an induction cooker. It's actually a Cook's brand, which is JCPenney's house brand, and it's just a portable induction unit. They do make full-size stoves out of this technology as well, but of course my apartment came with a gas range. Now, when I grew up, I had electric ranges. Almost everybody that I grew up with had electric ranges. My grannies both had gas, and I was scared to death of it, but now I would prefer gas over electric, and I would prefer induction over them both. So I got this just to play with, just to have fun with, and I've had it for maybe 6 months now, and I use it so much now that I barely use the stove anymore, except if I need the oven or if I'm using a pan that will not work with induction. So just a basic overview, induction uses magnetic energy to actually turn the pan or pot into the cooking vessel itself, into the heating element itself. So there's no wasted energy. It's all directly transferred right to the pot and then right to the food. It's not heating the ambient air. It's just very efficient, and it has the responsiveness of gas, and it heats up very quickly. So it's very much like gas without the open flame. So it's actually better than gas, though, in many ways. I mean, you can't use a wok on it. You can't toss the pan. The pans have to be completely flat, and they have to be magnetic. So, you know, there are some drawbacks, but once you adapt those drawbacks, it's an excellent way to cook, and I totally love it. So basically, to make sure a pan works, all you have to do is just stick a magnet on the bottom. If it sticks, you know, it's induction friendly. If it doesn't, like my favorite non-stick pan here, or the other one, you cannot use them. You cannot use that for induction. They do make a plate, though, that you can buy that you put on the induction cooktop, and it will actually it'll make that work, but then it turns it into basically an electric range, like a radiant range. So, you know, that's no fun. That actually takes the benefits away from using induction. The thing about induction is that it doesn't actually produce heat in and of itself. It just turns the cooking vessel into the heater. So you can actually put a paper towel between the cook surface and the pot, and it will not catch on fire. It doesn't glow red like a regular electric stove does, though, so that's a little disappointing. I like the visual of something glowing red, but there's no reason for it to, since it doesn't make heat. This particular unit is nice because it actually has a knob to control. Most of them just have touch buttons, and I don't like that. I like a knob on a stove, so it actually has a knob and a digital display. There are some suggestions for temperatures. It's 1300 watts, which is actually pretty low, but it was like $100, and I got it on sale for like $68 with all the sales they were having and promotions that day. So I really got a good deal. It does have a timer, which I love, because it'll stop when I want it to. I can just set the timer and forget about it, like if I'm boiling water or pasta or boiled peanuts or whatever I make. So that's actually a very nice feature. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just boil some water in both things. I'm going to use the induction, and I'm going to use the gas, and I'll even turn the gas on first. I just want to see which one actually does faster. So for gas, I had to ignite, and that's high, as you can see. It's about as high as it'll go. So induction, you hit power and play. Okay, it's going to start at 1300 watts, and I can go down in 100-watt increments all the way down to 300, actually 200 watts. It actually goes down to 200 watts. So that's really good because it's a constant, even temperature for melting chocolate. You don't need a double boiler, and it doesn't actually scorch anything. So we've got 2 cups of water in each pan, and we'll see which one heats faster. I don't know. I've never done this experiment. Other people have, and when they do it, the induction is faster. But I have a very low-powered induction unit, and it's still great. So we'll see. I don't know, but it's kind of fun to watch this happen, and then to see the speed control, just how much you can vary it, and how instantly it responds, just like gas. It's really cool. There is a fan going on right now to cool the electronics down, and that's kind of annoying because it just makes an extra noise, but you get used to it. The other thing is that the pan, especially thin pans, will rattle. If I use this pan on the induction, it rattles. So that happens quite a bit with induction. So that's just something you have to get used to. I've already got steam coming off this one, and steam's starting to come off this one too a little bit. So we'll see which one starts to boil first. I really don't know how this is going to turn out. Alright, they say a watched pot never boils, but I think they're going to boil very soon. I've got a lot more steam coming off the induction one, as you can see. a lot more. The gas, barely anything. And the gas is actually hot around the area. The induction, I can actually put my finger right here. Look at this. I'm not burning myself, not even a little bit. Of course, I don't recommend to do that because it's probably not a good idea. If it was really going crazy with heat and bubbling and boiling, the ambient heat from the pot itself would reflect back to the surface and actually make it hot. But the surface itself is not hot. Alright, so gas, a little bit of bubbles, no bubbles, just a little bit of steam. Steam and induction. We've got simmering, we've got bubbles, we've got a lot of steam. A lot of steam. Very fast. I love this. I actually use it a lot to boil water for tea, things like that, just quick things. Now, there are other things that I can't use it for, like my griddle. I have a little griddle down here. This thing, I don't like it very much. It's got stuff stuck on it, it's hard to clean, and it just doesn't heat very evenly, but that I have to use on a gas stove. There are some things that just don't work with induction. Look at this. This is crazy. I mean, it's bubbling, it's boiling. And gas, look, that's as high as the stove goes, and I turned it on first. Both have 2 cups of water in them. There's no difference. The pans are similar sizes, both stainless steel. Not all stainless steel works with induction, but mine do. Look at this. This is crazy. So I wasn't timing it, but you can watch the video counter and see when I started to know when it's bubbling. Now we're just getting some bubbles at the gas. Just now. So once again, induction, full rolling boil. Gas, just starting to bubble a little bit. That's insanity. Now watch what happens when I take the pot off. The machine is beeping at me, telling me there's no pot. I can't cook anything. It's actually not on right now. It's not on. So I can actually touch the surface. It's warm, but, you know, it's not burning me. It's not like a regular stove. I wouldn't want to keep my hand there very long because the pan did heat. Look, I'm still getting more steam out of this one, and the gas is barely even steaming. It's crazy. And it's just now starting to bubble. So that's going to actually turn off if I don't put something magnetic back on it. But what I'm going to do is actually put a paper towel on it to show you that it doesn't catch on fire. Alright, so back on, and watch this. Instantly boiling again. I think. Yeah, watch this. Yeah, instantly. Okay. So we got boils again, and then we're going to turn it down to the lowest speed. And the boil stopped. Okay. Back up. It's on again. Just like that. Alright, so we're bubbling here. We're done. Just turn that off. Alright, so back down. Alright, so this is 200 watts. That's as low as it goes. But if I spin the knob once more, back up, and we're going crazy again. I mean, it's crazy. I love it. But if you've never seen induction or never used it for yourself, I highly recommend that you try it. And if you can't afford a whole stove or you have an apartment like I do, just get a little cooktop and just kind of see what you think. I do recommend a more powerful model than this one. This one is adequate for my needs at 1300 watts, but they do make more powerful models. I think the 110 units go up to, I think, 1800 watts, and then when you start getting into like 3000 watts, you have to get 220 volts. So that's something to consider, but there are lots of reviews and videos out, but I just wanted to show mine because it's fun. And, of course, let's look at the paper towel. Nothing. It's barely warm, and it's not burned, it's not on fire. I would not have tried that with the gas stove. But that's it, guys. That's what I wanted to show you, my great induction cooker, and I hope you all try one, and if you do, let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.